What's up, everybody? Steph's in the house, and I thought I would talk a little bit about bone broth because it's so trendy right now, and people don't realize that you can actually react to it. So, I have a keto course page, and I'm waiting for you guys to come in. There you go. Hi, everyone. Hi, Candice. So, I thought I would go into this talk about maybe we should rethink these foods that are considered ketogenic or low carb or carnivore and the reasons why. So, you guys are coming into the chat. That's what's up. Okay, the comments are coming in now. You drink bone broth every day. I know. So, what I like to do is talk about the unassuming sort of crevice, crack. You got to pull it out of the edges, the non obvious things about doing a low carb, ketogenic, or carnivore thing that people need to talk about. So we all stay good, we stay right, and we got energy. Now, yes, it is true. Bone broth can be pretty toxic to certain types of people, and it's hard to detect. Essentially, you got to do a lot of experimentation to find out. I know bone broth is so fabulous, so fabulous. But let me tell you who it's not fabulous for. Oh, good. Okay, I gotta stop that Cardi stuff. It's like woven into my new Stephanie language. If bones are dangerous. No, okay, so y'all listen up. Essentially, the problem is in the marrow. Yes, there is a problem for some people. So it is an amino acid that's very excitatory towards the brain, and it is called glutamate. So with the MSG, brain fries the brain cells. MSG is in a lot of spices. It's in a lot of Asian, especially Chinese restaurants. And if you ever go to a Chinese restaurant and they dump MSG on your food, you want to bounce around like you absolutely batshite crazy. Now, with that said, unfortunately, through the years of me coaching people, oh God, I'm not even gonna read it out loud. I'll just keep that. You just keep that. That's something you should keep to inside the inside. That's the inside voice comment. Okay, I'll go into insomnia in a minute, but if I go into insomnia now, the replay people have a conniption fit. So, talk about bone broth first. Now, glutamate is this amino acid that is typically bonded to a protein. The real problem is when you get things like free glutamate, so monosodium glutamate, this free glutamate in a lot of spices and packaged foods. This stuff fries your brain. And if you just have a lot of it in a Chinese meal, you're like bouncing off the walls. Like you can't focus. You are cuckoo. Unfortunately, still, with that bonded glutamate that you find in bone broth, some of you guys still have symptoms like headaches from bone broth. So I have a keto course page, and I wrote a whole thing about it and posted it on that course page. So I'm just summarizing some of the main highlights. And then when I post a course lesson, then we go into a discussion about it, and people start saying, yes, I'm getting headaches, or I feel bloated, or I feel, I'm getting red blotches on my skin when I drink broth. Let's see here. Disclosure. Let's see here. Hold on. Deborah's definitely not here today. My lovely mod. Okay, I'm not going to look at the chat. Okay, so the problem is it's with histamine intolerant people. This is where it impacts people's health in the worst of ways. Now, the other things of glutamate to glutamine, Glutamine can be very great. It's got zinc in it. It's got zinc. What are there? It's got zinc, potassium in the marrow, which is so good for the body. So a lot of people actually benefit from bone broth, but there is a percentage of people who literally feel awful, and they would never equate it to the bone broth. And if they do equate this horrible feeling to bone broth, then they just don't understand why. So they continue trying to eat it. So with that said, glutamate in some people who've got histamine intolerance. Now, histamine intolerance typically is coming from hold on, people. Okay, we good now. Good evening, Dudley. Yeah, I took the guy off the chat. He can no longer comment. My mod's not here, but that's okay. I'm gonna do a short chat. So, for those who watching the replay, yes, you get a lot of you get people making weird comments. Normally, I don't see them because my mod is here and she slays them. But today, I have to do it, and that's okay. So, I want everybody out there who's got this whole bone broth craze. Oh, it's the best thing ever. No, it's not for people with histamine intolerance or leaky gut. So I'll explain that very briefly for the newbies coming into my reality. So a lot of you guys have leaky gut because of a multitude of factors, mainly from eating a standard American diet, especially wheat, anything with wheat, crackers, pasta, muffins, cookies, bread, tortillas, you name it. Wheat is in it. It just literally pokes holes in your small intestine and breaks down the microvilli in the small intestine, and then your walls are very tight. They open up, right? These gap junctions, and then you've got a lot of big particles of food. Just start to say, okay, big particles of food now entering the bloodstream, and the body starts to attack itself because it doesn't understand. You would not have leaky gut in the wild, people. That's the issue. So the body goes through this crazy immune response, and people don't understand. When your immune system is overactivated, you swell up like a freaking balloon. You feel awful, but believe it or not, this is how your body tries to repair itself, is to swell up really, really, really bad. Look like a raccoon. I need to get this makeup up in here, right? Jesus. Anyway, it's not... Looking at yourself constantly when there's no one else in the room is the weirdest thing ever. I'll never get used to it, plus the sirens, but... What's a Stephanie stream without a siren? So, no, it's the marrow is the problem. It's in the marrow. So, you got to understand, this is not everybody. You guys, when I make statements, everyone's like, oh, I can't eat this anymore. And I didn't say you. I said people with leaky gut who have holes in the gut. Well, I'm just trying to explain leaky gut. And then like smoking and alcohol and caffeine and candida and fungal infections and pesticides and chemicals and elixirs and lotions and weird stuff you put on your body. This will make bigger holes or more prominent holes, which creates a bigger immune system, immune flare up. And if this continues, a lot of people start to downregulate an enzyme called diamine oxidase, which helps deal with the inflammatory response from the freaking leaky gut, from the food that you're eating or the alcohol you're drinking or the whatever. And so you have this immune response. Histamine is just barfing out of you, and your body does not know how to clear it out because diamine oxidase is bye-bye. And so this enzyme that helps break down the histamine proper. So y'all feel like shite. And a lot of people who develop a histamine intolerance, which means their body can't, it's not that histamine is bad for you, it's just that when you don't have the equipment to deal with it, like diamine oxidase or DAO, then you feel worse. And a lot of these people who have these gnarly symptoms because, you know, the hey, take care of your body sound like knock, 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 and then you don't answer the door, and knock, 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 you're still doing bad habits, you're staying up late, you're still eating crap, you're still doing this, you're still doing that. Literally, to digress for a second, I watched this, it's like a little documentary I saw like 4 years ago, and I watched it again, how people like to have like baby monkeys and you can't have baby monkeys because they're not like dogs. Dogs and cats can be very domesticated. And anyway, they, after like by 3 years old, they turn batshit crazy and they run around and piss and throw crap and they're just horrible and bite you and all this kind of stuff. But the point of the story is that a woman could not stop feeding her little pet monkeys pasta and Doritos. And I was so fascinated because the person took the owner took the pet to a vet, and the vet checked the blood sugar of this little primate, and the blood sugar was 400. That's, I'm gonna die in high numbers of blood sugar. And she just kept saying, like people don't have self-control. So if you have symptoms of inflammation and you ignore it, because the vet kept saying, pre-diabetic, now no longer pre-diabetic, full-on diabetes. And that's kind of like histamine people. They keep having these symptoms and they ignore it and they ignore it, and they get rashes all over their bodies. They have inflammation all over their bodies. They're puffy, they're dark under their eyes. They have cracks on their nails. They have thyroid conditions, a swollen goiter. They have all this stuff and constipation, a loose stool, and they keep ignoring it and keep ignoring it. And they're pounding down the bone broth or the avocados. These are people who react, very high sensitive reactors, and they just keep eating it thinking, well, this is a superfood. It's like when people did the whole green smoothie thing, which we know now is like death in a drink. Green smoothies are so deadly to be consumed like on a daily basis. Bone broth isn't the same. Some people respond to bone broth with gnarly headaches. Often people don't. But I'm doing this video to not just eat anything that you hear online, which is why you guys don't see a lot of the day in the life of Steph videos, because you guys will literally copy anything that I eat. And we all have different reactions to different foods. So if I do show you, which I will, I'll have to show you okay. Do you guys hear that? These walls in this shoebox, it's like paper thin. Okay, so reconsider your bone broth. So solutions would be that you guys would do if you guys are reacting to it. So you guys might have like allergy symptoms, headaches, mucus buildup, itchiness, like swell up all over your whole body. That would be a reaction, especially with the headaches and you kind of can't focus, you're kind of ADD when you have bone broth. So pay attention to those symptoms, because if you continue to have those symptoms, you're completely fracking your body up. And a lot of people are trying to heal the gut, and the body's not healing when you have too much inflammation and it's not going down and you're missing enzymes and bacteria and all this kind of stuff. Now I'm going to answer these questions, and then I'm going to take my booty off of this stream. All right? Let's see here. What do we got? Can you speak more on what darkness around the eyes is? It's a lack of nutrition. So darkness around the eyes is a cocktail of a couple of things. Yes, it can be from being malabsorptive. A lot of you guys, sorry, I'm getting notifications. A lot of you guys are having issues because you either have low stomach acid, you think it's high, so you do like antacids and you're doing Tums and you're doing Pepto-Bismol and all this kind of stuff, but really you have low acid. And then you're lowering it, doing that. And then you're having more of a difficult time to absorb your nutrition with not enough acid, and enzymes like pepsin and proteolase and lipase to break down the food so you can get them into the body. So yes, malnutrition as far as your micronutrients is one reason why you have dark circles under the eyes. Another one is the stress on the liver, which puts stress on the kidney, or just the stress on the kidneys. So a lot of you guys do not pay attention. People are taking pre-workouts, they're taking processed foods. The liver has to filter all of that. Yeah, sorry, I'm getting tons of notifications from my friend Lucas. But your liver has to filter, and then your kidneys overwork, or the kidneys have to overwork, and that can create the dark circles. Now, eating too much lean meat can put stress on the kidneys. Oxalates can put stress on the kidneys, putting stress under the eyes, combined with poor sleep. So that's my anecdotal theory based on the science, but everybody's different, so it could be a bunch of varying factors, and I don't know which one if you fit under that. So let's see, why are green smoothies bad every day? Don't put fruit in mine, just green. Oh, Tammy. Okay, see, Tammy's new. Tammy does not know Stephanie. Okay, she does not know that it's very, like, people who are learning more about the plant paradox, because the reason why I use quotation fingers is because plants also have good properties in them, but we are eating plants like a smoothie, right? It's the most unnatural thing you could do. You're taking it, you're buying it from a supermarket, and you're eating it out of season, and you're eating it in abundance, and you are literally taking the spinach, and you're blending it down, or the kale, and you're blending it down to liquid, and you're releasing a lot of oxalates. So you even have a higher oxalate rich content, right? Because you're taking out the fiber and you're eating all the oxalates in the water. And those oxalates damage the kidneys a lot, and joints, and in the eyes. And those shards of glass from oxalates, from oxalate rich foods like spinach, are so damaging to the body you don't even know. Like, oxalates are dangerous. And then all the cruciferous vegetables, and especially like the kale, is a goitrogenic food. So, there's people with big old frog neck, and I don't mean the droopy neck because that's adrenal stuff, but a lot of women are developing goiters. So yes, people, and often we have to cook our cruciferous vegetables, and because they can block nutrition, that phytic acid can block the absorption of your minerals that are so important to not get dark circles under your eyes. Let's see here. What else have we got? Off subject, do you color your hair? Worried about the chemicals? No, I don't. Luckily, not yet. In my 50s. Yeah, it's kind of hard to color your hair when your hair is constantly braided. So no. Now, I've been known to pull a couple, I ain't gonna lie. Bing, bing, bing. But if you see videos of my mom, her hair is almost completely still black at 76. So she's got a little few starting up in here, right in there. And I have a few, but luckily, because I eat a very high zinc rich diet, because you guys know that I eat liver every day, beef liver, and I'm getting a lovely supply of zinc to keep my hair nice and not gray, right? Youthful and not gray. Yes, please cook your veggies. Don't do smoothies. If you want to really harm your body, so you guys, people who've just come here, plants have anti-nutrients. They have their internal pesticide to kill insects and predators like us, okay? And we're taking stuff and we're eating it. Now, if you're having high foods with a lot of anti-nutrients here and there, because in nature, we wouldn't have like Tupperware and like refrigerators and pesticides in supermarkets. We wouldn't have that. So we would eat certain things like wild spinach or other types of plant source foods, berries which have lectins that have not been hybridized. Like if they're wild, then we're eating these in season and competing with other predators, which means we wouldn't have it in abundance, which is fine. But when you're eating green smoothies every day, you're gonna die, okay, from something, because the oxalates are going to damage the body and make it misfunction out of balance. Okay, let's see here. What do you think of having fermented veggies instead of fermented cabbage? The problem with fermented foods, honey child, is that the fermentation process doesn't kill all the anti-nutrients. That's number one. Number two, in Swedish, why did Swedish just leave my head? En 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm doing Danish now. En 2, 3, 2! En 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okej. Jävlar. Dum i huvudet. Jag glömde svenska. Durr. Okay, so when you are having these foods constantly, and you can refrigerate it and put it in nice sealed bags, or put it in the freezer and eat frozen vegetables, then they're just loaded with all of these anti-nutrients, and so we're having them all the time. And so when people are like, why do I have dark circles under my eyes? Plants. Why do I have this problem? Plants. Why do I have diverticulitis? Plants. Why do I have Crohn's? Plants. People aren't having this off of meat fats. It doesn't start with that. You know, it starts with a busted gut, and then now you can't deal with egg whites and dairy, and whereas you might have from the beginning. Let me see. I went plant-based to help my rheumatoid arthritis disease child. No. Let me read the rest. And just felt worse. Exactly! I started keto with Stephanie in 2017. 2017. Wait, let me pull this up. Where'd the chat go? Oh, there, wait. Chats are coming in fast. Wait, where's that comment? 2017, felt better, was able to stop meds, got lazy, started eating a standard American diet, and symptoms returned. Thank you, Arlene. That's exactly what I'm talking about. This whole vegan dogma is really hard because plants do have healing properties, but not every day, all the time. That's the problem. And yeah, some plants have great properties in them, but not taken all the time, out of season, with glyphosate sprayed on them that have been genetically modified and altered to make you more sick with higher levels of anti-nutrients. Because what we stupid, dumb booties do is that we go and we genetically modify plants even more to have more of the internal pesticides, because the stuff we spray is becoming immune to the insects. The insects are like, yo, we'll just mutate and not die. We got to create higher and higher levels of chemicals to spray on the plants. That doesn't work. So we're like, oh, well, let's crack the code of Mother Nature and raise the internal pesticide and just make everybody die. Like, how dumb are we? You're not supposed to do that. Okay, you save the crop and you make billions of dollars, but everybody's getting sick off the plants. So let's see here. Just joining, had a panic attack. Night I consumed bone broth. Thank you. You are proving my point, Rebecca Knight. She had a panic attack the night she ate bone broth, and she probably was like, it could have been the bone broth because bone broth is superfood. So that's why I'm here to remind you guys that if you're doing a keto, low carb, or carnivore protocol, that all these foods that people say eat this in abundance and collagen in abundance, you have to think about the glutamate and how some people are so sensitive to glutamate. They get sick, they get headaches, they feel like they gotta vomit, they inflamed. Not everybody, not me. I can pound down the bone broth and have no problem. But you got to do the deep dive, deconstruct all the food that you're eating on all these low carb protocols, and make sure that you can eat it. Just because some numbnut said it on another channel doesn't mean that you can eat it too. And that's why we have to be careful for all this that's keto food porn nonsense. Luckily, carnivore, you can't do that. Finally. Oh, it's so nice. Except for people pounding cheese down. Can't do that. Let's see. Is it safe to eat avocados year-round? I would, everything year-round. Like what I've done, you guys, is I have literally taken down my plant source foods down to almost nothing. And then I've done this experiment for a month to take it out completely, because I coach people. I have a keto course page that includes people who still have a hard time to transition into keto, who still are doing low carb. So we do that. We do the standard keto, which I'm calling keto omnivore, and keto carnivore. So you can get it all right there. So I can teach you guys how to do this. So if you're having avocados, you have to figure out, do I have a latex allergy? Do you touch rubber or latex gloves and just your hands itch? You can't eat avocados. I had that in a consultation 2 days ago. When you guys, I do consultations. I need to open up my calendar tonight. Hello, Stephanie. So if you want a consultation with me, just go to stephanieperson.com to book the consultation or to sign up for the keto course, which is the cheapest course online. And it is like what is it? The most I've heard for consulting or coaching is $10,000 for 6 months that somebody was charging this woman who came to me, which is disgusting because the person charging the 10 grand knows nothing about keto. Zero. So be careful out there. I know I'm going more carnivore keto. I still need to clean up my diet even more. I'm looking forward to your book. This book, so I keep saying this, you guys. I don't want to go into the backstory because I'm trying to stay away from the internet drama. But I had a particular publishing deal, and now I'm doing a new deal with a whole new book. So when people are like, when's your book going to be finished? I was like, that book that I was writing, no mas. It's inyamir. It's no more, because a whole new book is about to blow up. It's the only book that y'all want to get when it comes to low carb, ketogenic, and carnivore. I'm just saying. See here. Yes, Stephanie, what qualifications do you need to coach keto? You need a lot of experience, because a lot of doctors will they don't know anything about keto. So, and a lot of the keto experts don't know anything about how to coach keto, because that's another level. There's a difference between the science, right, and how to apply it. And that's really individual. A lot of people have different health issues. So understanding, and these are the issues that come at me, and these are normal issues. Hypoglycemia, hypothyroidism or hyperthyroidism, Hashimoto's, no gallbladder or sludgy gallbladder, women who've got endometriosis, cysts, PCOS, fibroids. They have their uterus gone because of these disgusting doctors who rip it out of you and throw it away. People who've got type 1, they get insulin resistance, type 1, type 2 diabetes. People who've got freaking all the way down to rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, diverticulitis, Crohn's, IBS, ulcers, stomach ulcers, ulcers of the intestine, which is the itises. People have allergies like crazy. They have fibromyalgia. They have Raynaud's. They have tinnitus. They have vertigo. They've got headaches, chronic headaches, asthma, sleep apnea, hard time sleeping, prostate issues. What else? I know there's more. Candida overgrowth, white tongue, freaking vaginitis, yeast infections. Men have bung infections of the colon. This is what I coach. And these symptoms, eczema, shingles, all of these things, guys, freaking Graves' disease with the thyroid, and the other one of the adrenal. These are people that I've been coaching with all of this stuff and all the food allergies and symptoms and histamine intolerance and leaky gut for years. So how are you going to apply keto if you have chronic clinical hypoglycemia? You're going to tell them to fast and drink coffee? What if you have a reaction to coffee or bone broth or cheese or nuts, and you tell them to eat this and you put a plan together for them and they get sick on it? So that's the problem with other coaches. I never hear people talk like that in like utter detail. Like, you can't apply the same. So many people love butter, they can't eat it because some people with a histamine become so sensitive to the tiny amounts of protein still left in the butter, because butter is mostly fat. Y'all people, there's no lactose in butter. So let's get that clear up. But people are pounding foods down because they hear on the internet that's what you're supposed to do for keto. People are still using urine strips like it's 1842. What the frack? Yo, those are ancient urine strips. Yes, I keep it real. Thank you so much. Is that Kayla? Thank you. I hope. Wait, I have a friend who is who's in amazing shape, who says to eat six eggs 3 times. That's so stupid. And that's the thing. This person might be in amazing shape, but if you have an egg allergy to the whites and sometimes even the yolk, because it still has that protein in there, some people get so sick pounding down the eggs because they were told this is how you get great muscle. And eggs aren't even the best source of protein. Beef is, and organ meats are. So that makes no sense. See, 5 years on keto. I tried keto carnivore, but I have diarrhea. So that's were you doing raw meat? Because raw meat will give you diarrhea for a couple weeks and then it goes away. I don't know why you're having diarrhea. You have to think about the foods that you're eating. So if you're having diarrhea, you're having some type of inflammatory response. You're gonna have to rotate your foods big time, and a lot of experimentation in eating like mono foods for like, I'm gonna take every Wednesday and I'm going to test the food. I'm gonna test eggs. I'm gonna test beef. I'm gonna test whatever fats that you're eating, because if you go to carnivore, people limit their foods and then they're eating the same foods and then they have diarrhea and they don't go and deconstruct and then test foods like once a week to see which one was the problem. So that's what you need to do. Okay, let me see. I can't get 8 hours of sleep due to my job. Should I not do keto because my blood sugar is always in the 80s? 80s isn't bad and won't come down. So it can come down. Miss Petit, is it Miss Petit? Yeah, it can come down. I don't know you. I don't know what you're doing. You can get 8 hours of sleep. I think you can, but I would need to talk to you. So consultation would be something that I like design people's days all the time where they're like, I don't have time. I'm like, what about that little smidgen of time? What about that little smidgen of time? They're like, oh. It also depends on what time you go to bed. How long does it take you to fall asleep? If you have kids, like, why can't you sleep 8 hours? How many hours do you actually lie in your bed? And do you have devices in your bed? Are you using blue blockers? Like, are you diaphragmatic breathing, meditating? Like, what? Okay. Do you have apnea? Do you mouth tape? What? Okay, I have my gout, doing keto, been eating too much red meat, I guess. Yes, so as you know, gout is a disease of the kidneys. You fix the problem with the kidneys, you fix the gout. So think about all the foods with oxalates. It's not just spinach, that's just what doctors say. There are other foods with even higher levels of oxalates. They don't tell you about that because they don't know. And you have to think about the lean meats that you're eating that are making the kidneys overwork. And yes, red meat has purines and uric acid, but this issue with not being able to deal with the uric acid has to do with the oxalates, most likely affecting the kidneys. So fix the kidney issue, fix the gout. Whole cream, no. No, you can do grass-fed butter, but the cream, no. I know it tastes good, but no. I need to do, yes, I'm a keto person. I need to do a stream revisiting things like, people don't understand, like, well, why can I have butter, but I can't have cream? And I'm like, because there's more levels of whey and casein in cream. And I'm really feeling like if you can get cream or kefir raw from an A2 cow, that's a potential. But and like very tiny amounts of grass-fed cream. But no, I'd rather just have you stick towards the butter, because I've had people, because when you coach thousands of people over the years, every freaking day, except for Sundays. No, I coach on Sundays. What am I talking about? That's right. No, I coach on Sundays. I don't coach on Saturdays. But when you're coaching people every day, then you see all of the correlations. Remember that list of the laundry list of all the health issues. I got heartburn. I got this. Y'all got this stuff. Y'all got something. I'm burpy. My poop is stinky, or it's floating, or I'm gassy all the time, or I'm bloated. And like, people don't know why, and they accept it to be normal. People with white tongues are like, oh, is that why I have a white tongue? Because I have a mushroom infection on my tongue. You're welcome. So do you guys have any more questions? I'm trying to keep these streams shorter. I want to talk a little bit about bone broth and also do the deep dive just in food, about food in general. Don't just go on the internet, see the list of people say these are ketogenic foods and start pounding them down. Because a lot of you aren't adapting because you have sensitivities to certain foods. Your macros are god awful wrong, and people are telling you to use urine strips. Ugh, I can't with this. And all the keto products, embarrassing. The keto bars and shakes, and it's just embarrassing. Do you know how many times, you guys, I get hit up from companies every week, 3 times a week? We would really love you to promote our keto product. We love your channel. This is what they say. We love your channel. We love what you're doing. And we'd love for you to either have a sponsorship or an affiliate program. I was like, did you not watch? You don't watch my channel? I'm against coffee. I'm against these keto cookies and bars and chocolate and garbage. Get out of my space. Do I talk about rashes? I have. There's all kind of rashes, so we don't know what kind of rash you have. Where's the rashes? Rashes can be here. Rashes can be on the chest, on the arms, on the legs, on the face, in your butt crack, around the balls. Guys, get them rashes. So get the fungal infection between the toes. Yes, honey. And then the die-off. When people do keto, they tend to have a die-off. They don't even know they have systemic candida of yeast or fungus until they go and do low carb, and all of a sudden, like, their skin freaks out. Crazy, right? Let's see. So keto blood machine is better. It's called a glucometer, so we can call it that from now on. We can call it a keto blood machine, but you need a keto glucometer, and that can measure blood sugar and ketones. Okay. Okay. Can you speak a bit slow? Oh, am I talking too fast? Okay. I will talk the way I talked when I was touring as a professional skateboarder in Europe. I used to speak like this all the time. Because if I start speaking like this, ain't nobody understand me. So if I speak like this, more people will understand me, but the rest of everyone will think I'm an idiot. Oh, you guys, don't forget to like up the stream. We have 49 people in the house and we only have 20 likes. So I'll say it slow. Don't forget to like up the stream, guys, by hitting the thumbs up. Should be on the bottom of your screen with the icons. Thumbs up, and then you hit the chat window to reopen the stream. And that helps bring more visibility to my channel. So don't forget to hit the notification bell. I have to say it slower. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, because maybe 6 months ago I would do live streams and have 200 people. And for some reason, people can't find me anymore, or don't know that I've gone live. People say, I don't even know that you went live. Now I'm talking slow like a robot. Okay. Rashes on my belly, breasts every time I eat. Collagen. There you go. Collagen and marrow. So you're having an immune response, which is what I've been telling people, that if you're reacting to straight collagen, it's most likely not candida, but an immune response to the glutamate. So yes, be careful with that. All right, guys, if you don't have any more questions, we only have 33 likes. Do I have to be a car salesman? All right, guys, if we can get up the likes, then don't forget to like up the stream. That's right. Kayla says, everyone like up the stream. What is good to drink? What is good to drink? Almost everything has sugar. Water, besides water. I'm sorry, you have to get used to drinking water. I mean, there are teas, there's lemonade and things of this nature. But I really think that people need to just be what we're designed to be, which is mammals that drink water. Let's see here. Forgive me, I am Italian. I don't understand if the language is fast. Okay, you are Italiano. I wish I knew more Italian, but I don't know how to speak Italian. So I'm trying to speak slow just for this one person in my stream. Okay, tired of wasting money. How do I get a consultation? There you go. So you go to stephanieperson.com. I will put it in the show notes below when I end the stream, so you can just go and click on the link to take you to the website if you want to book a consultation, or if you want to join the keto course. And if you guys just want free information, you can go, because the course is subscription based, but it's only $15 a month. Not a day, but in 1 month. Or you can go to my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic, or you could go to my Facebook fan page, which is Stephanie, and as you guys know from the past, the business, right? That's the business. This light is so bad. Person. That's for the free, or stay here on this channel. Okay, I like your body. Great job. Thank you. Not too bad for almost 52, right? Almost 52 years of age with a busted knee. I was a professional skateboarder, and I used to skate on these big, huge ramps with Tony Hawk. So that gives you an idea of how young I am. Okay, hi Stephanie, this is Jessica from your keto course. See, here's one. I am on a 1/4 cup of rice for 2 weeks. Oh, this person, Dark Sparkle, is graduating into keto. So like I said, we have low carb too, not just straight keto on that course page. Couple half week, and after 2 weeks are over, I cut out the rice out, or can I add avocado? So how much? Yes, you can, after 2 weeks, really towards the last 3 days, you want to start cutting down that 1/4 cup, or maybe only having 1/4 cup 2 of the meals a day. Probably start with breakfast and then dinner, and then after 2 weeks, just cut it all out. Because you're going from a processed standard American diet down to just 1/4 cup, which is like, I think it's 6 to 8 tablespoons of rice. It's nothing. It's like a 1/4 cup is like this. It's like a meatball size of carbohydrates. And this is a person who's on my keto course page, that is graduating slowly into keto, so she doesn't go into the freak out of the keto flu. Yes, I'm 52. What? But I'm in total denial, you guys. I'm in total denial that I'm 52. So today I was working out with a 26 millennial male, kicking his butt. We were trying to do videos on, I should go live on Instagram. I'm going to go live on Instagram after this. You guys go to Stephanie Ketogenic on Instagram. I'm going to go there right now, by the way. So Stephanie Ketogenic on Instagram. And go to my story. She works hard on her business. Yes, I work hard. This is not genetics, people. You can't say it's genetics when you're in your 50s, right? If I was in my early 30s, you could be like, it's your genetics. You're still young. But no, girlfriend is in her 50s. I'm over 50. I'm 51, turning 52. You must have a Benjamin Button disease. No, it's just denial. I'm in total denial that I'm older. And I talked about this the last stream. Like, when you live in LA, people don't have families. Like, not here where I live. And so you're used to being everybody around people, like doing projects and, stuff for television, and, people, entrepreneurs, and people are like, they're like hiking Runyon Canyon, and you're used to that stuff. And so the reality that I live in, people aren't like, oh my God, you're not married, you don't have kids. Like, I don't understand. But if I lived in the Midwest, I'd get that stuff all day long. But I don't here, so I forget that I'm in my 50s, because I hang out with all ages. But today I was like working out with my friend who's 26, and I don't even think about it. Like, oh, I'm hanging out with a 26-year-old. Oh, that's not good. I'm a freaking cougar. I don't think that. I'm just like, yo, this is my homie. Let's go work out. In my 20s, I looked. Do I have a video of that? Wait. Where's that video of me? Where is it? I have a video of me when I was 19. I don't know where it is. Where is that video? I'm thinking where it is. You guys, I'm going to upload a bunch of stuff of me when I was younger, when I was a pro skater. You can see me at different ages in my 20s, when I was 19 years old. I have this long interview. I can't even watch it. I was a hot mess. I look better now. I mean, now I've got more of the, like, when you get older, you got like the cheekbones, you're more angular. I was more like round in the face. Let me see. I have this skateboarding thing of me on the wall. Well, I'll show you guys real quick. If the stream doesn't get scuffed from me showing you this. Okay, so this is me. Where am I? 19. Radical amateur. That was amateur then. Sponsored skateboard. Stephanie Person sells from skateboard ramp, Raging Waters theme park in East San Jose. And I'm 20 here. So there I'm 20. So that's me at 20. See that? There you go. Hot mess. But I had my Jody Watley earrings on. Yes, I did. Yo, I still had jewelry. I don't even know where that jewelry is. Lord have mercy. So there you go. Airborne and adventure. What is it? Adventurous. And then up here, see that, you guys, up there? I think I'm like 25. That's me at 25. Wait, let me pull that. I can't see shit. Okay, so that's me at 25. What do you guys think? Do I look the same? That's 25. Yeah, so that's me at 25. That's me at 20. So that's me at 20. And me at 25. It's 24 or 25. And that's when I lived in Sweden. So you see this is a Swedish article. Stephanie Persson är proff på skateboard. Jag har aldrig fått lära mig att sätta I can't remember, gränser, something vad jag kan göra. I haven't set any boundaries on what I could do. Yeah, so there you go. There's some stuff. Is that, guys, does that give you a good perspective? You guys wanted to see me when I was younger? I was like, I don't have any, I can't think of any stuff. I have a bunch of pictures. Yeah. What'd you guys say? Does your sister look, I don't have a sister. I wish I did. Benjamin Button aging backwards. Oh, what's up? Deb's in the house. Let's see. Please stop. What is it? Gloating and get back to your topic about bone broth. No, I'll do what I want to. You do what you want to. You see, what you gotta learn, was it Taylor or Tyler or whatever? Taylor Lynn, you gotta learn something. I'm in my 50s. Nobody tells me what to do. When you're in your 40s or maybe 30s, definitely in your 20s, you're like, oh my God, no. Stephanie, you stubborn when you're in your 50s, okay? You do what you want to do because you've lived and earned that when you've been on the planet this long. So no, I will not. You best be joking too, honey child, because I will not change for nobody. Now, I will take constructive advice from people who I care about, like Deborah, but I ain't listening to me. Just have to get back to the subject. I can't believe this person said that. Don't worry about it, Deborah. It's all good. I'm about to go too. How long I've been on keto? I've been on keto almost 12 years. And no sugar and no carbs, no bread, no starch, no potatoes, nothing. Just cruciferous vegetables. No, I'm lying. Because in the beginning I had almond butter because I didn't know any better. And almond butter and some other stupid things. It's your topic. I came to hear it. I'm the same age as you. Oh, cool. Oh, but you can't. I know, but I've been on. Actually, Taylor Lynn, Taylor. I'm about to go. So that's the reason why I showed this at the end. I'm about to actually leave the stream. So the subject of bone broth, I went all through it. You can watch the replay. I don't mean to call you out particularly. It's just, you're just kind of annoying. Like, I'm sitting here giving out free information. Somebody's telling you what to do. So I didn't see the joke behind it, but maybe you were joking. But the reason why I go off topic is a lot of people know this about me. After talking about all this stuff all the time, I get bored. I was like, don't you guys get bored? Do you want to see something else? Let me see. And somebody asked, what did I look like when I was in my 20s? And I have pictures right there to the left of me. Can you help someone with bad knees? And yeah, bad knees, that's what I have. Okay, you guys want to see a bad knee? Let me show you my bad knee. Okay, that's my bad knee. See that? You guys see that? All right. Now you guys can believe me when I said I've had 10 surgeries. All right. Hold on, guys. Yes, keto power lifters, absolutely. Almond butter is bad. Almonds are bad. All that nut stuff is bad. Okay, your girl's getting tired, and I need to drink some water. You can't please everybody all the time. You can only please some of the people some of the time. Do I believe in? Okay, that's a no. Okay, so if you want to be bamboozled and lied to on the subject of keto, yes. Otherwise, this individual that you're talking, I have nothing against this individual. He seems like a lovely person, but charlatan, snake oil salesman on the subject of keto. Now, if you want to talk about the adrenal body as a man, talk about women's bodies, sure, you do that all day long. But keto, come on now. No. Every time I see that name on my little tiny phone screen, I think of money, money, money. Dollar bills, y'all. I don't think about people getting help. Sorry. And Deborah's here to write. To book a consultation, she wrote. StephaniePerson.com if you guys. For the Italian, Stefania. StephaniePerson.com. What about your thoughts on... Okay, they're all BS, okay? All of it. That's what I think. That's my opinion, okay? That's my opinion. And I don't want to go into it because I want these people to do, like, they can do whatever they want. They have the freedom to do whatever they want. And, you know, bless their little hearts. Do whatever you think is best because these are individuals and they make money and they have a living. But if you ask if I would recommend them, oh, hell no. Child. No. Okay, so we leave it at that. Because I don't know how to be a millennial and I don't know how to sit and put up vegan videos and make fun of the videos or other people talking about keto and make fun of them, how they don't know what the frack they're talking about and just going after money and will say anything to, like, some of these people never talk about keto, right? Never, ever talk about keto. And there's like, keto gets popular. It's like, oh, that's where the paper's at. Ching, ching. Right. Then it's intermittent fasting. Oh, we get more money. Ching. Come on now. Don't be fooled, all right? If anybody's telling you that something's easy, if anybody's selling you products, think, you guys, you don't need me to tell you nothing. You don't need me to ask about these people. You selling products, bruh? Come on now. No, everything that my channel stands for is work on your existing health issues. Go down the rabbit hole, find out what's wrong. Don't use any of these dietary measures to lose weight and be fabulous because life is not that way. You can't put powder and water and spoon and stir it up and have results. Everything takes blood, sweat, and tears, hard work, or it won't work. You get screwed up intermittent fasting because you don't understand the science behind it and what type of body can intermittent fast for a short period of time. What kind of people can do keto, because a lot of you can't. Not that you can't do the diet, because you don't have the right information and you have pre-existing issues, and those issues freak out because you do it wrong. And then you guys come to me and go, Why do I have a rash everywhere? Why am I crashing and shaking when I throw up? Why do I feel nauseous eating fat? Oh, your gallbladder. Why, when I eat this, I have all these issues? Because these other people making a lot of money who don't have 45 people in their chat, but when they go online, they've got like 600 or 800 people in their chat. They will tell you everything that you want to hear, everything, and they'll get high production value, and they will make everything flossy like America is, and you will be told whatever you want to hear. That's how you make money, right? You lie to the masses. You tell people what they want to hear. We treat them like they're gods. That's why I say, you don't have to believe me. Y'all don't have to. Like, I'm around people and they're like ordering the food that I order at a restaurant. I say, you order what you want. I'm eating what I want to eat. I don't care if you do keto. That's not my, you business is your business. You don't have to eat what do what I'm eating when I'm eating. See, yes, I scrolled up and so Taylor, yeah, my mod's in the house. So if you're doing anything that's like, you guys got to understand, it's not easy doing live streams. So people will be an adjutant. They don't think that they are. They think that they're sanctimonious, and people will say stuff and to try to provoke you and all this stuff. But if you're selling products, you have to question the company. If you're selling health in a bottle, right? Here's my biliary system supplement, or here's my gallbladder solution supplement. Well, do they have a gallbladder problem or do they have a leaky gut problem because they are similar? Don't assume that you've got to go. Some people have a perfectly functioning gallbladder, will take ox bile and have heartburn. And I'm like, you don't need to add salts if your liver and your gallbladder function properly. So there's a lot of nuances. It doesn't make internet. That's why I got to be sexy, okay? Steph's got to be sexy because me talking about your crap stinking and it floating and the leaky gut and the freaking, rash around your balls, that's not sexy to talk about. It's not. But that's what we got to deal with, right? We're fracked up. Last night I was watching an infomercial called Keto. Oh, stop. Keto Zone. You see? And ketogenesis, the umbrella concept, is so amazing for people who have health issues. It's not just a weight loss strategy or protocol. It is a health, I wouldn't say miracle, but it is so beneficial for people who've got autoimmunity and weird health issues. And at the end of the day, you're able to, yes, manage your insulin and your hormones and, your visceral fat, i.e. your overweightness. And I don't want it to be like a trend that will go up and then crash and die because people are getting sick doing keto the wrong way. Because these other people make it sound so easy. Oh, you're adapted in 10 days and you just take this product and eat this food and buy my products and you'll be fabulous. No, it's not like that. Yay, Sherry, it's your first time to see me live. Awesome. How can I come to more? Oh, to see me live, you're going to hit the notification bell, subscribe, and then hit the notification bell so when I go live, you guys can see me talk to you and get all feisty. I'm so hyper right now. I'm just like excited. And, it's been a while since I started challenging somebody who started like trying to mess with me. Can you stop talking about and get back to the subject of bone broth? I'm like, wow, Taylor Lynn, you are bossy. You are bossy, woman. Lord have mercy. Thank you so much, Sherry Warren. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I do, even though I'm kind of silly and goofy and, try to have fun doing these streams because they're not easy. They're not. All the stuff I do is not easy. Does this look glamorous? No, it doesn't. And so it's a lot of work doing what I'm doing with this non-flossiness here. You want to hear? See, Gina wants to hear a Steph story, and Lynn Taylor would be like, "Will you stop talking about yourself, you narcissist, and start talking about bone broth?" Child, there's only so much I could talk about the broth. If people have questions, then I can try my best to answer questions. That's it. Steph story time. Let me see. Do I have any stories before I bounce out of here? Let me think. I'm trying to take recent things, recent events. No, exactly. I don't do quick fixes, and I don't tell people always what they want to hear. So the people who sort of follow my channel are people who are like, they've either tried other people, it didn't work, or they tried keto on their own and it didn't work. And they just need not to be lied to. Don't make this sound easy. Tell me what the truth is. Can I do this? Can I achieve this goal and that goal and this goal? And a lot of people want to, they're really, you know, yeah. Maybe I should do a consultation story time. Or not. I don't know. What do I have no idea. Is there a particular subject that you guys want me to talk about? Like something in traveling, something in the gym, something with the way I look at reality. I'm trying to think. I can't think of any story. There's a lot of stories. And you guys know I've told stories and I don't want to repeat stories. It's, do you eat any veggies? No, Tammy, I'm carnivore. It's just animal fat and the protein and salt. That's it. I'm in California. I'm trying to think of a story. I have a lot of stories, but why am I without some of his words? I'm trying to think of something that's a short story in actuality. Well, I can say today, how's this? It's a short story. So I get up, I work, I have consultations, I run my course page, I write a lot of stuff, I write my book, I do this, and blah, blah, blah. People are DMing me, and then I go to the gym. Spiritual beliefs. How do you get it? Oh, you go to stephanieperson.com for consultations. Spiritual beliefs, cod liver oil, any good? There's effect on keto on sex, life, health. Yeah, AZ. So keto for your sex drive is amazing because a lot of people don't have enough cholesterol, which is the precursor to your sex hormones. So a lot of people get their libidos back, but it's not just that. You just don't eat fat and, oh, I have a high sex drive. It has to be everything that you do, like diaphragmatic breathing, sleeping earlier, exercising properly. Don't do all this crazy HIIT training and focus on resistance training. Get your macros and the type of food and the quality of food, and then your sex drive. Then with the cholesterol on top will drop over the glass. Do you ever drink alcohol? Never. I don't. I'm in my 50s. I'm done. It's a poison. It's a toxin. No, I'm done. I don't care about drinking at all. Like people cannot influence me to do stuff that I don't. I'm like, if I'm done, I'm done. I'm done. When I decided to be healthy is when no one can like stick something in my face and try to tease me and have me go like, stop. You know I really like that food. I don't care. I'll be like, get that old nasty thing away from me. Fool, stop. Some things because I will be, I will think of some things because I will be here from now on. Oh, cool, Sherry. I made keto carnivore transition. Keto carnivore transition. I've never been happier. I've been pretty close, but fully taking it all out is amazing. Right? Okay, do you approve of THC, CBD? I mean, I've had this conversation before, and nobody see the difference. People aren't like, oh, it's such a big difference. Some people tout that they have, anti-inflammatory reaction or better sleep or pain relief, but generally on the higher numbers, nah. I don't see it. I've done it. Didn't see nothing. Zero. When it comes to spiritual beliefs, that's a whole can of worms. Raised Christian, but I can tell you this. I can tell you this as a story, you guys. Um, my mother grew up in a Christian household and was going to church every Sunday. And when I was younger, she put me in a parochial Christian school. This was even it was almost like daycare school, like preschool. I can't remember how old I was, like four or five. And they would talk about going to hell and sinning and the devil and all this garbage you should never, talk about with children. And all of a sudden, I saw the devil everywhere. I could not pee with the door shut because I thought the devil was like, you have this curtains like this in the bathroom window. And in the split part of a curtain, I'd either see a witch's hat and then like below that, or I saw the devil's face. Because when I was in the school, they talked about the devil and sinning and going to hell. And my mother was like, my daughter is constantly talking about the devil. So she took me out of the school and she said, and I just went to normal first grade after that. And she said, you decide what you want to believe in. And I was like, well, I definitely don't want to believe in that devil nonsense. So I didn't, because that whole Christian dogmatic, heaven and hell, you're good and bad and all this stupid crap was indoctrinated into me in that preschool type of thing. And I was scared all the time of sinning and the devil, that when my mom said that I had a choice, then I was like, well, I choose not to believe any of this. Because if you're a little child, you're like, so I don't have to believe any of this and I'll be free of being scared all the time. And when that happened, it was so amazing that my mom had the insight, because my mom was indoctrinated too much of stuff. She stopped going to church and all that too, but she was just like, you do what you want to do. You believe what you want to believe, which is like how I got into skateboarding. She's like, I really don't want you to skateboard, but if that's what you want to do. And so she hasn't forced me to do anything that I don't want to do. My mother is never like that. My mother was like, except for you bring your butt home on time and don't you miss a day of school. That was my mom, like those two things. You know what I'm saying? So, and my mom said, yeah, she was a good mom, Gina. She also said, if you're going to do drugs, my mom's voice is like this. Hi, how are you? Now, she comes from the South. So she left with this. We's gonna go over there. We's gonna go to the stove. She switched from that, moved to Cali, and had this voice. Hi, how are you? And hence the reason why I speak this way. But I love you, Steph. So real and so smart. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Is it Alicia Smith? Thank you so much. See, I am surprised that you were able to just stop believing in the devil at such a young age. Well, like the way children's brains are is like, if I don't have to believe this, if I have a choice, then I choose that this is not real, so I'm not scared anymore. Because I was scared all the time. My mom was like, yeah, you thought the devil was everywhere. And it worried my mother that school put that into such a young child's mind. So she took me out of this Christian school, and then I was able to decide for myself. And then as I grew up, my mom stopped going to church. We live in, well, she doesn't live in Cali anymore, but I'm from Cali, born and raised, except for when I went to Europe, went there for a long time. But I've been in California most of my life. No one I know goes to church here. So it's not a subject. Whereas where my mother lives, there's literally 10 churches on like every corner. So a lot of people, that's like a part of the culture, but it's not here in LA. So the subject of religion is so massive. I don't want to go into it because I don't want to have no debates with people at all, because I don't give a crap to debate at this age. No, don't care. But when anyone is like, God bless you, I'm like, God bless you as well. And have I prayed to God? Sure. Please get me out of this mess. But on my daily, and I'm definitely not atheist, but I don't like the indoctrination of monotheism. And I really love to learn about all religious beliefs, cultures, and traditions. I find other cultures so amazing, and they go back pre-Christianity, which is so, I'm a total history buff, nut, science weirdo. So for me to open my mind to other belief systems, I have to open my mind. So I hope that answers the question about my spiritual beliefs. But it is, we live in, like, we don't know what happens after we die. We can assume based on what we think or what we believe we have experienced, but we don't know what happens to us. But I'll tell you right now, before I leave this stream, because I was supposed to be done at 34 minutes, you guys took me longer. Ancient aliens, nah, I don't care about that stuff. I'm surprised that, oh yeah, I don't know, ancient aliens. Nah. I mean, I went to Egypt. Y'all know I've traveled to a lot of places. And no, I do not believe for 1 second going to Egypt. And do I think that aliens help make the pyramids? No, sorry. Great story. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. It's so insightful. Thank you. I didn't know what to talk about. I was like, I don't want to talk about skateboarding. So I thought that was a really good question about the religion, and I can talk about me seeing the devil everywhere, and I could not pee with the door open. I was like, the devil's gonna get me, man. Freedom to choose is privilege, right? It is. So you can totally inspire me to travel and explore more. Yeah, I've done a lot of traveling, you guys. I've done a lot of traveling. I put myself in really dangerous situations I had no clue. This is pre-internet. Like, okay, so I'm in Africa, like somewhere in the bush where 40% of the population has HIV, and I could be raped at any time. Oopsie. Like, I remember I was in a village, people, and I had a t-shirt, because like, y'all know in the 90s, we had like, you had a little bit of the belly, the little midriff. I had a little bit of belly showing, and they were like, you hoorah. I was like, okay, I put a big trash bag over me, and I was like, okay, do not even show a second of your skin around your belly. That wasn't smart, you know? But I got lucky, and I just smacked this water on my tooth. Have you tried beef bacon? I've tried it. Not my favorite. I like pork bacon more, but yeah. Okay, guys, we finally have the ratio of likes over the people in the chat, which is really lovely to see. The devil's not going to get you while you pee, right? But when I was a kid, for like seriously like 2 years, I was like, don't shut the door. And my mom and my stepdad at the time was like, you're blessed. Thank you. My mom and my stepdad, they would have their friends over, and you have this little girl peeing. I have pictures of me. I have a picture of me on the toilet because my mom was laughing her butt off that I couldn't shut the door. So you see me on the toilet with the witch window curtain thing and the door open. Now the only thing that scares me is crazy human beings. Okay. All right, guys, thank you for joining this chat live stream. And there's just so much I need to do. You guys know I go over time, and that it sort of messes up my entire evening of work to do. Do you have specific place you order your grass-fed meat besides Traders? I don't get my grass-fed meat from Traders. Luckily, here in LA, you've got a lot of stores and a farmer's market. So there's Erewhon, there's Sprouts, there's a lot of places I can get, and Whole Foods, and the farmer's market is down the street from me, that I can get grass-fed beef without having to go to, because I think Trader Joe's just has ground grass-fed beef, which I've had before, but All right, guys, thank you so much. I think I've said that 4 times. Thank you, Deborah. We only had one bona fide troll, and then we had a half troll with this Lynn woman who's just, she probably got all up in her underwear, like, she can't talk like that. You can't have an opinion like that. You can't be like that. You know, you can't have that free mind and free will. So thank you, everyone. This was a lovely, 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 lovely chat. Butcher Box and US Wellness means yes. Well, yeah, Butcher Box, but Butcher Box is a subscription. So you got to take all that meat. They sent me a box, and I did the unboxing and everything. But I was like, I don't want all this chicken breast. Like, I don't want that. Wellness is good, and you guys can find grass-fed meat. You have to look for local farms and stuff like that first. We should take on Kelly Hogan. I don't even know who that is. Is that Hulk Hogan's wife? I seriously, who's Kelly Hogan? Victoria. Is that Victoria? Who's that? I don't even know who that is. I stopped looking at things on stuff online and people, so sometimes I get out of the loop. My fingers tend to be swollen in the morning. Can this be because of lack of water? Yes. Oh, I talked about that on my Instagram, which is Stephanie Ketogenic. Yes, your swollen fingers can be overhydration, underhydration, sodium potassium imbalance, a poor lymphatic system. There's a couple other reasons. I did a whole thing on it on my course page, but I'd have to look at the paper I wrote. But those are the things that pop off the top of my head. Yes, you can be dehydrated. Yes. Electrolyte imbalance as well, the sodium potassium. Oh, Kelly Hogan is a major carnivore. I'll look her up tonight. I don't really care because I do keto carnivore. I don't do carnivore. I do keto. That's the only thing I do. Keto carnivore, 200 grams of fat. It's Stephanie's version. It's not like any of those other people's at all. So I do Stephanie's version. That's why I don't know who Kelly is, because I don't follow carnivore stuff at all. At all. At all. I've looked at a few. Okay, I'm lying. I not used to follow, but I've looked at Frank. I've looked at Sverige, Gottes, Milk Jar, all of them. They all have some great qualities. Even though this Gottes Sverige guy, people find him to be weird, I find him to have some great information. Oh, and Carnival is another one, another person who I love. And even Bart K sometimes. He's got some good information. But this Kelly Hogan, I don't know who she is. I'll go Google her. But I do keto carnivore, and they don't do the macros that I do. And the organ meats. You must do organ meats, right? You have to think, fatty meat, fat, and organ meats. You can't do keto carnivore without organ meats. You can't do carnivore. You can't do it. It's impossible. Not for a long time. Not if you want to have that uric acid buildup and the purines and like the organs, like, I can't deal with I don't have enough bile. Like, yeah. If you're not in ketosis and you're doing carnivore for a long time, you're going to get messed up. For sure. And then people are like eating 2 pounds of beef and their blood sugar's like, and then they don't have the energy. That's why all these people trying to drink coffee, that's on keto too. Why are you drinking coffee? It's a stimulant, bro. That's the only thing that there's any remote benefit is it's a stimulant. Why do you need to be stimulated? You got to have some energy, like Steph, doing things the right way. Don't believe me? Follow my 5,000 videos and see the evolution of information. Okay, guys, I need to shut up. I have a problem of talking too much. So many people I know are like, how do you go live? It's so hard to go live. I'm embarrassed. I'm like, you can't shut me up. All right, guys, this is the business at 51, going on 52. This is a mother second business, and y'all can have your own business as well. Just learn about your existing issues and underlying issues before going into any dietary measure or taking any supplements, because they can frack you up. And to subscribe to my keto course, Deborah's writing, go to stephanieperson.com. And I'm out. Bye.